Maharaj, previously you mentioned that information on our spiritual reality is available to all of us. Now, where can we find this information?
You see, the spiritual reality is beyond our sense perception. With our senses, we can perceive only matter or material objects. That also, all the objects we cannot perceive with our senses. For example, light has innumerable ranges, but we can see only between the violet and red. But there is ultraviolet and there is infrared. They cannot be perceived. So similarly, sound has, ultrasound, ultrasonic, subsonic, and so forth. And what to speak of perceiving with senses? With our senses, we cannot even perceive our mind. We know that we have a mind. We cannot perceive the mind. It is beyond our sense perception. Although intelligence is there, we cannot perceive the intelligence. And beyond the mind and beyond intelligence is the soul. Now, the soul is not material. Even material objects we cannot perceive with our sense perception. So, the information about the spiritual reality must come from a proper source. And actually, at the beginning of creation, the Supreme Creator, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, gave this knowledge to the living entities. Actually, He imparted the knowledge. First living entity in this universe, who is Lord Brahma. Brahma received this knowledge from the Lord, and then he gave it to his disciple, Narad. And in this way, through a chain of disciplic succession, this knowledge is flowing. The student receives the knowledge from the teacher, but in course of time, the student becomes a teacher. In this way, through a chain of disciplic succession, this knowledge is flowing. So we must remember that at the beginning of creation, the Supreme Creator has given the information about that reality to the appropriate student, and in this way, through the chain of teacher and student succession, the knowledge is flowing, and it is still flowing through bona fide spiritual teachers or gurus. And the books are there. The knowledge has been recorded in the books. Those books are called the Vedas. And the Vedas have two branches. One is called Upanishad and the other is called Puran. So the essence of all Upanishads is Bhagavad Gita or Gita Upanishad, and the essence of all Puranas is Srimad Bhagavat or Bhagavat Puran. So if one wants to receive knowledge, proper knowledge about the spiritual reality, then they are available in these books. When one studies these books under the guidance of a qualified teacher, then he receives this knowledge. It's not very difficult to receive, but we have to follow the proper course.